Welcome to Omaha, Nebraska, the home of Creighton University. And tonight, the MVC on ESPN3 has the Blue Jays hosting the Northern Iowa Panthers. And as we get set for the opening tip of this matchup between the Northern Iowa Panthers and the Creighton Blue Jays, let's take a look at Coach DeVos's keys to the game, brought to you by State Farm.
Well, Creighton's got to play in space. And what I mean by that is they have to spread the floor and make double teams impossible on McDermott and Echenike. Pick and pop D, how are they going to play Jake Cook when he sets the ball screen? On the flip side, Northern Iowa defensive positioning, got to get and stay between the basket and the post guys.
Coach's keys are brought to you by State Farm. For auto, home, life, and banking, get to a better state. Find an agent or get a quote at statefarm.com. All right, getting ready for the NBC on ESPN3 from the CenturyLink Center here in downtown Omaha. It should be a great one. Great to have you alongside here for Missouri Valley Conference basketball. Creighton, first possession offensively here tonight, coming off an unbelievable offensive performance against Bradley over the weekend, Coach.
Oh, they were on fire at one point. 12 straight field goals. Didn't miss a field goal till 11 minutes left in the second half.
Shot clock at 7. McDermott double team. Young driving. It's the first bucket of the evening. Anthony James working the point. He has had a spectacular season. 13 games he's finished in double figures. And off the mark on his first shot of the evening here on the road. McDermott coming off a 44-point performance in the victory against Bradley last weekend. Most points scored in a game by a Creighton Blue Jay since 1985. But Noel Benjamin, you remember him, don't you, Coach?
Oh, and he did it on only 23 shots.
Oh, there's a three from Sonnen. And as we mentioned, the last few games, Sonnen has been moved into the starting lineup. In the last 3 games, he's finished in double figures for Ben Jacobson's squad. Playing a little inside-out game right now, Coach.
Scott, keep an eye on the pace of this game. The slower it is, the better it is for Northern Iowa.
Young on the drive. And there's Echenike with the offensive blast. And there's Tuttle, the freshman, getting a loose ball. Cook. Way off the mark. And here comes Grant Gibbs. What a great addition that he has been for this Creighton Blue Jay team, transferring from Gonzaga.
Gibbs is a guy who makes his teammates better. Not a guy playing the point position, but certainly plays it like a point guard.
And leads the conference in assists, something that I know the Creighton people said they really missed last year's. Too many turnovers and not enough assists. They're getting it from Grant Gibbs this season. Young with a nice shooter's touch there, Coach.
Well, going inside out, you push the ball into McDermott, Echenike, the defense collapses, frees up the shooter.
Now, it's interesting that you say to slow the pace down for Coach Jake's squad as James gets robbed there, McDermott with the rebound, because in the 12 wins for Ben Jacobson's squad this year, they have gotten 72 points on average. The 4 losses, they're only getting 56 points per game.
That may be true, but Creighton is a team leading the conference in scoring over 80 points a game. Games in the 60s, better for the Panthers.
McDermott inside, strong to the hole, and he walked. There's that strong defense for Coach Jake's squad.
But one of the things Coach Jacobson worked on in the shoot-around was making sure that you stay between Doug McDermott and the basket. He is so good at getting you on his hip and getting right to the rim. Right there, allowed for the double team and the turnover.
As you mentioned, McDermott there. Missouri Valley Conference Player of the Week with that 44-point performance against Bradley. 4th time this season he's already been mentioned as the Player of the Week in the Valley. Nice reverse lay-in there, and the Cats regain the lead at 1. Opening 4 minutes of this one here from downtown Omaha and CenturyLink Center. Gibbs gets the handle. Still out of time. 15 on the shot clock on this possession. Now at 8. Gibbs driving, lost the handle, and it will be Northern Iowa basketball. Check, it'll be Creighton basketball when we come back. 15:54 left here in the first half. Early lead for the visitors. Welcome back to the CenturyLink Center here in downtown Omaha. Along with the coach Rich Savosic, Scott Warman, great to have you alongside State Farm, bringing you the MVC on ESPN3. There you see Doug McDermott, number 2 in the country in points per game heading into tonight's game, coach.
He is as crafty and as creative a shooter as I have seen at the college level.
And right out of the inbounds play, man, cannot get the three-point attempt. They had a shot there of his dad, Greg McDermott, in his 2nd year. And I love to tell this story. In fact, he repeated it to me again during the media day of the Missouri Valley Conference. And we were talking about his son, and he said, Scott, I told you how smart I was. I seriously was considering redshirting my child in his freshman year. He likes to make fun of himself for almost making that decision in redshirting Doug last year.
Unfortunately, he didn't make it until after their last scrimmage, and Doug played well, and the rest is history.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. What a history this young man has already had just midway through his sophomore season here in Omaha. Playing a little inside-out game again. Josh Jones checking in for Coach McDermott's squad. Good ball movement on the perimeter. Gibbs just a little strong, and Anthony James will pull down the miss. James, as I mentioned, 13 games already this season. He finished in double figures. 26 in the victory against Drake last weekend. Shot clock at 15. Sonny kicks it out. Moran for 3.
Good kick out. Moran, 169.
There's a transition point for you right there, Coach.
One of the things that Northern Iowa can't afford to give up is Doug McDermott running straight to the rim.
Sonnen has hit his 2nd 3 of the first half.
3rd assist for Jake Cook. Great pass out of the double team.
Cook leading the team in rebounds, assists, and blocks. Jones with the answer. Josh Jones, the junior from Omaha, sparking this crowd here at the CenturyLink Center here at home for the Creighton Blue Jays. You talk about great supporters of college basketball. These people in Omaha come out here night in and night out for Blue Jay basketball.
Cook on the double team. He draws the defenders, makes a great skip pass. Sonnen. And then watch Eshanike again. Inside out action. The hometown hero, Josh Jones.
Panthers trying to add to their 2-point lead on this possession as the freshman Tuttle working inside, and we'll see our first couple of free throws here in tonight's game. Seth Tuttle coming off his first ever scoreless game against Drake. And I know the folks at Northern Iowa, even last year, Coach Savosic, were telling me how excited they were to have Seth Tuttle coming into this Northern Iowa program. They were really looking forward to this young man and his career in Cedar Falls.
His maturity level just exceeds his years. He puts the game in slow motion, is never in a hurry, as he showed in that last possession where he pump faked and waited to get fouled. I saw him against Iowa State, 6 for 6, against Royce White, very good player, in the post, perfect night, and a perfect win for UNI.
12 rebounds in that game as well. And you'll see Seth take a breather on the bench of Ben Jacobson's Northern Iowa side. Austin Peel, the junior from Cedar Falls, looks at Northern Iowa. The last couple of games he's played maybe his best basketball of the season, as you see the difference in three-point shooting here early on here in downtown Omaha. Gibbs cut off. McDermott. Boy, that's smooth. Wow. Three off the mark, just the second miss. That was by Chip Rank, the sophomore. Raggy nails the triple.
Great spacing, good decision by Josh Jones. Make the extra pass.
Ethan Raggy nailing the triple, the sophomore from Minnesota. And the folks here in Omaha are on their feet. Oh, walk there. Matt Morrison, the sophomore. Well, one thing that people from Creighton will tell you, one of the things that they were missing last year with their depth was Ethan Raggy. They said if he would have been healthy, it would have been so much more of a difference for Coach McDermott's squad.
Oh, no doubt about it. And here you can see Doug McDermott working without the ball. Watch him as he pushes the guy exactly where he wants. He's patient, kicks it out, repositions, reposts, gets an easier look.
Jays get the last 4 field goals. They're up 14-12. Mitchell trying to get the steal from Antoine. Antoine robbed there. Sonnen wants to push it up. Can he make it 3? Yes! Boy, he's feeling it.
Sonnen with a heat check.
Back and forth we go. What an opening 8+ minutes here at CenturyLink Center. McDermott, great move inside.
It's pick your poison time. If you single cover him, he's going to score on you.
Ben Jacobson working Jerry Pollard on his way back down the other side of the court. Wanted a foul. Sonnen already has 9 tonight. Deion Mitchell with the drive. And get some help. Mitchell trying to work it inside the Chip Rank. Back and forth we go in the opening 9 minutes right now. It's Creighton, the home team, with the 1-point lead.
His first personal, the Blue Jays' second team foul. Substitutions.
You can see Sonnen coming off the ball screen. No help, no hedge, no switch, and nothing but net for Sonnen.
Johnny Moran checks in. He'll trigger in on this inbounds play. It's just the second team foul called on the Blue Jays here in the opening half. Rank just inside the three-point arc. Man, Northern Iowa on the road just shooting lights out right now. 8 of 14 right now on a 10-2 run against the Jays on the road. Biggest lead of the night at 7 for Northern Iowa. And a nice steal there by Johnny Moran. James drains the 3, and Coach McDermott's called a TO. Woo! Have you ever seen a team shoot like this on the road, my friend?
The closest last year we may have had the game together. Drake at Southern Illinois
yes.
hit a bunch of threes, but right there it's contagious. And you bring the ball down, and the Rugrats dig it out. Johnny Moran with the steal. He sees he doesn't have numbers, but then gets into the gap. And James, who was on the most improved team last year, has picked up where he left off.
Johnny Moran, second now all-time in starts, 4 to the record in Northern Iowa history. Third all-time, as Rich mentioned in the open, in threes made, and he is getting close to the 1,000-point total in his career. And when you think about some of the terrific players, the great players that have played at Northern Iowa, especially in recent years, and to think about just the amount of starts that Johnny Moran has had and this special run that Northern Iowa's had, especially under the tutelage of Ben Jacobson. Quite a story for Johnny Moran. Anaga with 13 on the shot clock. Now McDermott. Oh, beautiful.
That's the Dirk Nowitzki shot that he's put into his arsenal. Little fadeaway off the opposite leg.
There you see the three-point differential here in the opening half for the visitors. He finally missed one, marks on it. I don't think Jake's going to take him out, though, Coach. Antonike inside. Burnett gets Peel and then gets some help. Tie up, jump ball call. Possession arrow will favor Northern Iowa. And the Cats will have the basketball when we come back. 7:14 left here in the opening half. Doug McDermott and the Creighton Blue Jays trail it by 8. Time now for our Missouri Valley Conference standings. A presentation of Purina Dog Chow. Long live your dog. As you see everything kind of bunched up in the opening 2.5 weeks of the season, Coach. And to update folks, so you see Indiana State has beaten Evansville by a score of 80-78. Jake Odom finishes the game with 15 points and 7 assists in the victory for Coach Lansing Sycamores.
Scott, one thing that has been happening early is teams haven't been able to protect their home court. Missouri State comes here to Creighton and wins. Creighton then goes down to Wichita State and wins. So it is going to be a wide open lead.
Which is unusual. Normally everybody's protecting their own backyard. That hasn't been the case. Yeah, what an incredible win for Paul Lusk in his first season, taking over for his buddy Konza Martin. Kyle Weems came to play that night. He was out to prove that, hey, I am still the Missouri Valley Conference Player of the Year. It'll be quite a battle between him and so many others, including Doug McDermott of the Creighton Blue Jays this year for that Larry Bird Trophy. Anthony James hits his second three.
So fundamentally sound, the jab step series to give himself space.
Northern Iowa 8 of 10 from three-point range here in the opening half. And the 11-point lead. And there's a steal. There's Ben Jacobson's defense. Manigat tries to steal it back. And I thought James was going to go for it. He and Sonnen are just feeling it offensively here tonight on the road. James against McDermott. And the Panthers catch a break. And that shot might have been a little too quick there, Rich.
No numbers. Need to back it out.
We hit the 6-minute mark left in this opening half. Double-digit lead for the Northern Iowa Panthers, taking on the 23rd ranked Creighton Blue Jays. State Farm Missouri Valley Conference Game of the Week on ESPN3. Shot clock under 10. McDermott on a double team. And there's 4 purple jerseys on the glass.
Oh, there were 2 closing fast, but he was able to get the shot off.
Here you see both teams a combined 50% from the field here in the opening half. Sonnen. Shot clock at 10. James spins, and that one just off the mark. Grant Gibbs gets his first rebound of the night. Now Young Swinging on the perimeter, Robbie hits his second three.
Good swing, move the ball side to side, make the defense recover. Rogge.
And the crowd here at CenturyLink Center trying to rev up their Blue Jays after that triple made by Rogge. Cook can't answer. And it's going to be Creighton basketball.
They constantly look for Doug McDermott, but don't force it, and they swing it. The defense has been frozen, and Rogge takes advantage.
For 10-7 tunnel, checking in for Jake Cook for the Panthers.
Rogge now with 8 points off the bench for Greg McDermott's Creighton Blue Jays. Quite a spark by the young man from Minnesota. Redshirt sophomore. Look at that defense just collapse on McDermott. There's a triple by Josh Jones.
It's pick your poison. If you let it go inside and double, somebody is going to be open on the rotation.
Here comes the crowd from Omaha. Sonnen. No. McDermott inside, left hand.
What a great pass by Gibbs. And an equally fantastic finish by McDermott with the left.
8-0 run for the Jays. They're backing it down by 3. Johnny Moran can't quiet the crowd. How about Sonnen working the offensive glass, but before the shot. And Creighton will pick up their third foul. 3:05 left here in the first half. Creighton and Northern Iowa shooting the lights out here tonight.
God, watch this last possession. Doug McDermott is patient. He kicks the ball out. It moves. And they get a wide open shot. That is an unselfish player. And think about it. That's a kid that scored 44 last game.
These two teams in the opening year 17 minutes have shot a combined 63% from three-point range.
Talking with Eric Crawford, the assistant at UNI, who was also an assistant at Creighton, player at UNI, talked to me in the shoot-around about what a great shooting venue this is and how good teams shoot. He certainly knows what he's talking about.
There's no doubt about it tonight. Last bucket for UNI came at the 7-12 mark, up by 3. Cook still trying to buy his first bucket of the night. Manigat will push it up for the Jays. They could tie it on this possession. McDermott against the freshman Tuttle. Shot clock now at 10. Antoine Young. And here comes the crowd again, Coach. Young on the steal. Had numbers, passed it up. Remember, at one point, Northern Iowa had a 31-20 lead. And Johnny Moran can't come over the dare. 10-0 run right now for the Jays. Young gives the Jays the lead as he now has 8 on the night. Creighton coming back from an 11-point deficit.
Creighton foul on number 34, Antoine, his first personal. That's the losing 14 foul.
Jake Cook to the line, 13 of 14 from the charity stripe in the victory against Drake, where he finished with 18 points over the weekend. Get a quick shot there of Greg McDermott. His team battling back. And Cook battling back at the free throw line to give the Cats the lead back at 1. Going to go off of Manigault. Yep, they're going to say Northern Iowa basketball. Good hustle by both young men there. As you see, Johnny Moran going there, Manigault. Grant Gibbs also involved. Ooh, boy, that almost looked like it was off of Johnny Moran's leg. And the Panthers call the timeout, burn their first half timeout with 62 seconds left here in the opening half. Northern Iowa leads it by 1. Hey, we want to remind you, when Niles Media Group takes its television cameras on the road in the Valley, it considers these hotel properties its home away from home. Please call these hotels or visit the websites of these properties following your favorite team away from home. Rich Savosic, Brian Holder, and our entire Niles Media Group crew. Scott Warman here with you. State Farm bringing you the MVC on ESPN3. 62 seconds left in this opening half. And right now, Northern Iowa shooting 44% from the field, and Creighton shooting 56% from the field. But the visitors, Rich Savosic with a 1-point lead and the basketball.
Well, Scott, Creighton has done an excellent job of not panicking. Their senior has led him back.
Cook on the drive. Raggi there defensively. Oh, what a box out there. And somehow Sawney gets the loose ball. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock here in this opening half. Panthers with the basketball and the 1-point lead. Impressive performance in the opening 20 minutes for Ben Jacobson's squad on the road in this hostile territory of CenturyLink Center here in downtown Omaha. Cook leading the Northern Iowa Panthers in assists this season with the shot clock at 3. Jake on McDermott with 1, leans in, and he didn't get off in time. Took too much time there, Rich. He just took way too much time going to the hole.
Great defense by Creighton. Cook unaware that the shot clock was a little bit lower. Creighton gets another chance.
4 seconds left. McDermott to trigger. Young got time. And a foul, and there's fouls to give. That's a smart move there by Jake Cook. That's only the second team foul for the Cats here in the opening half.
Good foul by Northern Iowa. Got a couple more to give.
Jan.10 coming into the game for the Jays. Raggi will take a seat. Put a little more size in there. And now Ben Jacobson counters, brings the big guy, the big freshman, Seth Tuttle in. A little chess match going on between the two friends, Ben Jacobson and Greg McDermott here to close out the first half. Gibbs will trigger. McDermott throws it up. What an opening 20 minutes of basketball here in downtown Omaha. Both teams lighting it up from the field. And as both teams head to the locker room at the half, Northern Iowa leads the 23rd ranked Creighton Blue Jays by a score of 33-32.
Scott, one of the things that Creighton did in that first half is they didn't overextend themselves and get anxious when Northern Iowa was knocking down threes. They limited them to one shot. UNI cooled off, and the game became close.
Well, you alluded to it with Ben. You talk about collapsing on Doug McDermott. I'm kind of surprised the stingy as that defense was against number 3 in white that he even scored 10 points. As we open up the second half of play here, CenturyLink Center. And McDermott misses our first shot of the second 20 minutes of play.
I think he was caught off balance because there was no double team.
Maybe the first time tonight. James, a wide open 3. And now he's 2 of 3 tonight from three-point land. Antoine Young, who helped spur that run, following that 11-point deficit for Creighton in the first half of play. On the drive.
That's his first personal foul. The Panthers' first team foul.
Panthers only picked up, what, 2 team fouls in the opening half?
And the second one was intentional. So, very good job. Good call by the official. Wasn't quite there to take the charge.
This will be the first free throw attempt for the Blue Jays. 20 minutes and 45 seconds into this contest. And Antoine now has 9 on the night for Greg McDermott's squad. Tied at 33. Cook, who had a quiet first half. And there's Echenike. Gregory also very quiet. 0 for 3 from the field after a perfect 3 for 3 from the field and 6 for 6 from the charity stripe performance against Bradley last weekend. And he will head to the line here. Just $1.10 into the second half.
Great pass by Grant Gibbs. I tell you, his delivery away from the defender. Oh, I would love to be a post player with Grant Gibbs feeding me the basketball.
Gibbs 20th in the nation in assists per games and 23rd in the nation in the assist to turnover ratio. Something that this Blue Jay team was lacking last year. Even though Antoine Young was a very good point guard, they didn't get it from anyone else. Now he's got a lot of help with Grant Gibbs this season. Cook on the post against McDermott. Jake 0 for 2 here in the second half.
Oh, credit Coach Jacobson trying to get Cook unlocked here early. Needs him to score in the second half.
There's a steal. Moran with the kick out. Cook will take the 3. They are getting him involved. He just can't make a shot. Only points for Jake Cook coming by 2 free throws made in the first half. McDermott with his first 3 attempt, and there's an offensive board for Echenike, his 4th. Maniga. And there's Gregory again. Young on the drive. And that time, Tuttle will collect a miss. Boy, talk about missed opportunity there for the Jays. Coach Zabosic.
Good recovery by Northern Iowa on the kick out, even though giving up the offensive rebound.
Tuttle on Echenike. Now winning the walk, and that's going to be Northern Iowa basketball. 6 seconds left on the shot clock.
Good job by Echenike, just walling up.
James inside in the land of giants. And Northern Iowa, who start out red hot in the first half shooting the basketball, can't buy a bucket in the opening 3 minutes. Echenike inside, and Tuttle whistle for the foul. Greg has 5 rebounds this half, which already surpasses his total of 4 in the opening half.
I love the fact that Grant Gibbs knew he was going to get Echenike the ball. He's going to reward the big guy for working hard on both ends. That previous possession gets 2 offensive rebounds, comes down the other end, solid defense, gets rewarded with a couple of free throws.
Substitution for Northern Iowa's number 33, Austin Field. For number 10.
Got a Grant Gibbs, the Gonzaga transfer. As you see, Seth Tuttle taking a seat on Coach Ben Jacobson's bench. And Echenike with the miss. UNI on this possession is now 0 for 14 in their last 14 field goal attempts. Ice cold since the 7-12 mark of the first half of play. Make it 0 for 15. No conversion there for Austin Peay. McDermott on Cook. That's a great matchup. Now on the other side, Echenike back to the charity stripe. Well, they're really working it inside here in the second half, Rich.
This is experience in play. McDermott, good job by Cook. They swing the ball, and Gibbs goes right inside to the other post. A team that is well coached will swing the ball and not be in a hurry. That's what Creighton is. Mitchell's able to get in the gap when they switch on the ball screen. Gibbs not able to keep him in front. Morrison makes him pay.
There you see a shot of Morrison who just made that 3, as Rich alluded to. Leads the team in three-point percentage. Morrison with the crossover and the drive. Boy, nice drive to the rack.
Well, they exploited the switch. All of a sudden, you got a slower guy in Raggi on Morrison. Gets to the rim.
Panthers build the lead up to 5. Now McDermott strong at the block. That cancels out a 9-0 run for Northern Iowa. Three-point lead for the Cats on this possession. Mitchell from downtown. And Greg will get it back.
Substitution in for Northern Iowa, number 10, Seth Tuttle. For the Blue Jays, number 12, Jan.10, and double zero.
Good crab dribble. Watch it. He'll gather himself with the crab dribble. Puts it in.
Does he remind you of anyone? Watching McDermott in 1+ years of his college career?
His creativity and his craftiness in his shot making. Okay, I'm going to say a poor man's Larry Bird, perhaps. Wow.
Gibbs gets his first 3. And we're tied at 42. And here comes that Creighton Blue Jay crowd here at CenturyLink Center. Northern Iowa basketball. When we come back here to downtown Omaha, a wild one as State Farm brings you the NBC on ESPN3. couldn't tell he's a coach's son, could you?
You know, a little bit of that basketball IQ is rubbed off. There's no doubt about it. I just wonder at what point did he start beating his dad in one-on-one games?
That's a great question. We got to ask Greg the next time around.
Because Coach
McDermott, tell us the truth?
Yeah, I'm sure he'd be honest, but he probably was pretty physical with it.
Tuttle. Echenike with the block, and Gregory 8th in school history with now 80 blocks.
The slip of the screen, but again, Echenike able to hustle back. Better conditioning, better player this year.
There's the 10th triple of the night made by Northern Iowa. That one coming via the senior Johnny Moran right there. Northern Iowa back to a 3-point lead. How about Antoine Young going to the hole? Boy, he looks good tonight, doesn't he, Rich?
Seniors make plays, you win games. Johnny Moran, Antoine Young.
Anthony James just off the mark. Tuttle with the offensive glass. How about the freshman working it inside?
Tuttle shooting about 70% or almost 70%. He doesn't miss.
Morrison gets the steal, and it's going to be Northern Iowa basketball. Jerry Pollard calls a foul. Johnny Moran actually called for the foul there. Apologize. Jerry Pollard, Randy McCall, and Mark Whitehead are officials here for tonight's contest. Manninga lost the handle. Now we see the Panthers kind of slowing the pace down on this possession, Rich, and that's what you talked about. If they want to come away with a victory, keep the pace down, right?
Well, their spacing has been so much better in the last 6 minutes when they made that run.
Cook on the baseline. James 2 for 4 from three-point line. And there's Johnny Moran with a hustle on the offensive glass in the fresh 35.
Smart play by Tuttle. Knew he couldn't grab the ball, so he tips it out to a teammate.
James just inside the three-point arc. And there's Grant Gibbs. McDermott wide open. He now has 14 on the night. It's a 1-point lead for Northern Iowa. Johnny Moran! And that three ties a season-high 11 threes made in a game for the Panthers on that Johnny Moran triple. Antoine Young leans in. You talk about the two seniors. They're putting on a show here in the second half, Rich.
They're taking over. It seemed like UNI forgot to find Doug McDermott. He got behind the defense, and then Moran with an open three.
That foul was on Doug McDermott, and that's just his first personal foul here this evening. As you see, Echenike taking a seat, and Raggi checking in for Coach McDermott's squad. He was was the one that broke the ice earlier. He has 4 on the second half for the Northern Iowa Panthers.
You and I, not falling in love with the jumper in the second half, have been able to pound it inside. Get some easy ones.
Rogge just off the mark. And the Panthers have a chance to add to their 4-point lead here on the road. Northern Iowa 12-4 and 2-2 in league play heading into tonight's action against the 13-2 and 3-1 Creighton Blue Jays.
Coach Jacobson likes the matchup with Peel and Rogge.
Moran a little strong. Young splits the defense. Oh!
If you are a young player, make sure you learn how to use both hands if you want to be like Antoine Young.
Creighton Blue Jays have allowed 24 threes made in their last 2 games. 13 they gave up on the road in Peoria against Bradley. And they've already given up 11 tonight against Northern Iowa. We still have 7:09 left. Cats with the 2-point lead. Antoine Young to the charity stripe. To finish the 3-point play, he has 14 on the night, and it's just a 1-point lead again for Northern Iowa. Sonnen back into the game. With 5 for 5 from 3-point land in the first half.
You got the switch on the ball screen. Now Echenike's got to guard a smaller, quicker Sonnen.
Mark on the drive. Too strong. Boy, he had that step too, didn't he, Rich?
He did. It was done. Heard footsteps at the end, perhaps. The pink shoes coming after him.
Shot clock at 15. Echenike with the kick out. Under 10 now. McDermott on rank. Now the double team. Loose ball. Who's got it? Northern Iowa.
This is great hustle. The double team. Somehow McDermott's able to split it. Almost comes away with an offensive rebound. I love it when guys are diving on the floor. Leaving skin in Omaha.
Now let's see if Johnny Moran and the Northern Iowa Panthers can add to their 1-point lead as we cross the 6-minute mark left in this one from downtown Omaha. There's a kick. Creighton basketball.
A little confusion on the offensive call that time. Credit to
usual. I'm sorry, with James and Moran there.
It really was. But credit to the home crowd making noise. Couldn't hear the call.
And the Jays take the lead on this possession. And Johnny Moran is going to pick up his second foul.
That is the Panthers'
17th foul on the Panthers. And again, remember, Northern Iowa only had 2 fouls in the opening 20 minutes.
Grant Gibbs, the glue guy. He'll do whatever it takes to win a game. He wants to be a coach. Earlier this year, he turns down shooting the technicals so that Doug McDermott can shoot it and get on track. He was looking ahead. What a great basketball IQ.
Impressive. Look on Echenike. And he'll pick up the foul. That'll be great. Second personal foul.
Blue Jays' 6th team foul. From the free throw line, shooting 2 for Northern Iowa, number 20, Jake Cook.
And the transfer from Rutgers has 23 rebounds in his last 2 games. He has 11 tonight. He picked up 12 boards in the victory against Bradley over the weekend. And Jake misses his first free throw. 6th all-time in free throw percentage for Jake Cook. Unusual miss there. And with that, it's back to a 1-point lead for Northern Iowa. Work it inside on this possession here, Coach?
You got to pick your post. Either go to McDermott or Echenique, but somebody in the post has got to touch it.
Look at Gibbs directing traffic. McDermott wants it. Can't get it. Fresh 35 on the shot clock. Antoine has given Creighton the lead. First time since they led 37-35 at the 15-37 mark of this second half. How will Northern Iowa respond? Cook will go for 4.
Coach Jacobson is standing over there after Young buries this shot off the ball screen, no help, and then Cook, having the speed advantage, settles for a challenge 3. That's one of those, no. Good shot.
You never did that before. Did you, Rich?
Trust me, it's only a great play if the ball goes in the basket.
Reminiscent of the old Ali Farokmanesh. No, yes, against Kansas to knock off the Jayhawks to move into the Sweet 16 a few years ago. McDermott on the double team. Under 10 on the shot clock here. Ooh, almost stolen. Gibbs ties it.
Every time they need a big play, Grant Gibbs is there to make it.
Ben Jacobson calls a timeout.
Being able to win on the road, all 4 home teams have won tonight. Can Creighton make it the 5th?
Cook. Nice give and go. James can't complete. Neither team is led by 5 points, more than 5 points in the second half of play. Gibbs going strong to the rack.
That's recognition of the mismatch. Gibbs has a size advantage. They go inside, and he delivers.
Down the stretch we come here in downtown Omaha. What a contest. Great McDermott squad. Leads it by 2. Along with Rich Savosic, Brian Holder, and our entire Niles Media crew. Scott Warman here with you. What a game we've had in our State Farm NBC game on ESPN3. 2-point lead for the 23rd ranked Creighton Blue Jays at home here against Northern Iowa. It was as big as an 11-point lead for Northern Iowa in the first half of play. The Jays have only overcome double-digit deficits twice to win this season. Down 17 at San Diego State and down 11 at Wichita State. Sonnen on the drive and the kick out. Moran wide open 3. No.
Scott, credit Grant Gibbs. for helping the helper and forcing that three-point shot. Great rotation.
.15 on the shot clock for the Jays, up by 2. Now the senior, Young, will take over with 7 for 3.
Scott, I know I've said it, when seniors make plays, you win games. That's what Antoine Young has done all night long. This is good ball screen defense. Penetration comes, and you can see Gibbs come over and force the three-point shot. Instead of giving up a layup, they force a long shot. And then Antoine Young just freezes Cook and delivers a dagger.
Season high 21 for Antoine Young, the senior, here tonight. Right now, Creighton with their largest lead of the game at 5 points with $1:50 left. Now let's take a look at tonight's game resets. As you see, the foul situation, the possession arrow, and the timeouts for these two teams. Can the Cats answer down by 5? Cook didn't get the foul. And now Greg McDermott wants to call a timeout. Do you like that shot by Jake Cook?
Well, I'd say Echenike did a good job of keeping him in front. I think if you're Jake Cook, you could have probed it a little bit more. Maybe put it on the floor, 1 or 2 bounces, see if you could get by him first, and then shoot the jump shot.
All right, so Greg McDermott calls a timeout here with the 5-point lead. What's he telling the troops right now, Rich?
Well, it's time and score. You're not playing UNI, you're playing the clock right now. So space the floor, work the clock, try and get an inside-out action with either Echenike or with McDermott and get something good. Get to the foul line if you can, but most importantly, don't be in a hurry. They have Echenike now on the bench, so they got their better free throw shooters in there. So look for him to go inside out, maybe get an open jumper.
There you see the game reset once again. Both teams with 7 fouls apiece. The Jays have the advantage on the possession arrow. Antoine Young is going to wind this thing down.
Coach McDermott has decided, I'm going to ride this horse as long as I can. Put it in Antoine Young's hands. Let him win it.
Backs up. Oh!
Pretty good look.
James from 15. Works the offensive glass. What an effort by Anthony James.
The shooter always knows where the ball is going. James knew it was off. He fouls his shot like a good player does and able to convert. Scott, little things add up over the course of the game, whether it's a rotation by Grant Gibbs a few possessions back or a hustle play by Anthony James and getting an offensive rebound and keeping hope alive. Now you got plenty of time. You don't have to foul, make them score on this possession, but more importantly, make sure that you make them work for it.
Officials, Jerry Pollard and company, is going over to the scorers table across from us. Take a look at this play right here by Anthony James. I think they're just checking the clock right now, Rich, to make sure they have the right amount of time after that bucket made. by Anthony James. Hard to tell there. They have 55.2 seconds left. Take one more look at it. They want to make sure the time is right. There's the basket, and they got it right, Rich.
Well, in the last minute of the game, clock stops on a scored basket. No clock malfunction there, but I love officials who want to make sure.
I agree.
You know,
make sure it's right. You've got the technology now, Rich. Use it. I agree 100%.
Exactly. I hated guys who would just say, no, I don't need to look that over. I'm just going to go on my gut. Good officiating crew, as always, in the Valley. And these three guys making sure.
No doubt about it. And you know about the replay system that they have in the Missouri Valley Conference in its second season. I know Doug Elgin is a big proponent of it. Doug Elgin, of course, the commissioner of the Missouri Valley Conference. And I think you're going to see what the Missouri Valley has installed over the last 2 years in even the major conferences in college basketball before it's all said and done.
Go full court pressure, give yourself a chance for a steal in the back court, and then play solid defense in the front court.
Oh, almost got the steal there. Over and back call. Pressure defense causes the turnover.
UNI continues, catches him off guard. The dangerous cross-court pass. Good call by the official. Excellent call.
Echenique will check back in for Raggi.
Possession was gained by the Creighton player. He continued his momentum into the backcourt. Very good call.
Excellent call. Let's see if Northern Iowa wants to go for a tie on a three or go for an easy bucket. And Coach Jake wants to burn another timeout. And the fans here in Omaha don't like that over and back call, but folks, they got it right. That was the proper call.
Not always to make the right call on a bang-bang play, but as you can see, it's a dangerous cross-court pass, and you can see that Josh Jones has possession of the ball. If the UNI player had deflected it into the backcourt and then Jones had picked it up, it wouldn't have been over and back. But in this case, good call.
Rich, why don't we take a look at our players of the game, brought to you by State Farm. For auto, home, life, and baking, get to a better state. Find an agent or get a quote at statefarm.com.
Mark Sonnen set the pace and the tone for the game early, knocking down 5 threes. And then in this second half, Antoine Young has made just about every big shot that the Blue Jays have needed.
You alluded to, you talk about the seniors picking you up and carrying your team at the right time, crunch time. There's no doubt about it. Antoine Young has done that tonight here at home. All right, so it'll be Northern Iowa basketball as they burn another timeout. 23 seconds, as you see on the shot clock. Down by 3. Again, the possession arrow favors Northern Iowa as well.
You have a couple of different options. You can run James or Moran off a staggered screen, as they've done a couple possessions ago, or you can play the pick and pop game with Jake Cook and make Echenique guard on the perimeter.
And there you see the timeout foul situations. Coach Jake just burned his last time out here in the second half. Let's see what he's drawing up. With 23 seconds left on the shot clock, 32 seconds left, down by 3. Cook, down by 1. Interesting strategy.
2 pretty good plays.
And Moran will foul Gibbs, and Grant will go down to the other side and try to add to this 1-point Blue Jay lead. That's the 3rd personal on Johnny Moran.
As strange as this sounds, this was a good possession for both teams. Cook didn't settle for a long 3. Echenique moving his feet, forced him to shoot a contested jumper. Good play by both players.
What an addition to Greg McDermott's team.
You got a choice now. If he makes this second free throw, do you go for a quick 2 and then foul, extend the game, or go for that 3-point to try and tie it up?
Now remember, Northern Iowa doesn't have a timeout left. Here we go. Down by 3. James for the tie.
This is great defense by Creighton. They keep the dribbler in front so no one has to help. When no one has to help, you shoot a desperation shot. Great team defense by Creighton.
Grant Gibbs has 7 of the last 9 points for the Blue Jays. Doug McDermott could seal it here. Last chance for Northern Iowa. 1 second to heave. And the Creighton Blue Jays move to 14-2 on the season as they knock off the Northern Iowa Panthers tonight here at home by a score of 63-60.
Oh, this is Missouri Valley Conference basketball at its best. Great atmosphere, 2 teams just slugging it out. And it was the senior Antoine Young who carried the day in the second half for Creighton. Just an outstanding effort by both teams.
21 points for Antoine Young. For the 3rd time this season, the Creighton Blue Jays come back from double digits and come away with a victory here tonight at home as they knock off Northern Iowa. Quite a battle by a score of 63-60. For the coach, Rich Savosic, and for Brian Holder and our entire Niles Media Group crew, I'm Scott Warman. Thanks much for joining us here at the CenturyLink Center in downtown Omaha, where tonight the 23rd ranked Blue Jays knock off Northern Iowa 63-60, and so long from downtown Omaha.